The pressure of making New Year's resolutions might just be the thing that is stopping you from sticking to them. Let that sink in for a second.
Right?
Yeah.
That is kind of deep. Licensed psychologist Dr. Yasmine Saad joins us with ways to take the pressure off while making your new year more fun. Okay, so first of all, we have to acknowledge
I
the elephant in the room.
apologize.
Because I know that you joined us at the unfortunate moment of Prince's Christmas album coming out of the Good Day Studio. So I just want to apologize for that.
I have to say, that was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're such a good sport.
So, Dr. Saad, let's talk about this, because obviously everybody is going to be, not everybody, a lot of people are going to be starting New Year's resolutions next week, and statistics say the vast majority of them are going to fail. So what are we doing wrong? You say we're taking them too seriously.
That's correct. You know, pressure is usually what gets in the way. So I basically have 4 steps for your audience to help them have resolution that sticks. So
Okay.
the first step
Yeah, what's the first step?
is basically you want to start with a place of desire. Most people start with should. What should I do? What should I want? You know, and that always fails. The first place is what do you want? Start with a place of desire.
And why is that always not so clear to us? What our desire
I
is?
think because most people approach life from a place of responsibility. Most people think I should be fit. I should make that much money. I should. There's a lot of should. Most people live their life from a place of moralities and values. And most people do not follow their heart.
Okay. And then you say you should really start off thinking with the end in mind, right?
That's right. Because you want to visualize what you want, because that's the fun part. The road is filled with effort and tripping and going and restarting. So, but if every morning you wake up and you visualize the end result, you're going to be happy every day. It's going to give you motivation. It's going to make you want to move forward towards your goals.
I know you also say plan the steps that are going to be needed. Now, does that mean you need to have every step planned, or just the first step? Like, how does that work?
So one of the pitfalls is most people plan goals that are way too far from where they are at. So the idea is you want to start the first step, the second step, and maybe the third step. What can you see? What can you do? So start with where you're at and do the first one.
Okay.
And when you reach there, do the second one.
That makes sense. Now, you also say, though, to plan for alternatives because, you know, at some point there's going to be a bump in the road that either derails you or you're like, oh, I give up. You know, any number of things can happen. But you say you need to plan for those things.
Yes, you need to plan for alternative and you need to plan for roadblocks. Because what people must consider, you have to make room for the new behavior or the new goal. And there's usually a goal that interferes. So for example, I'll give you an example. Most people, let's say they want to start being fit, but they love sleeping in the morning. They're not considering that sleeping in the morning set their day straight. So this idea of going to the gym is not going to work because it's taking away something that's so important for them. So you want to remove the behavior that's interfering by fulfilling its purpose in a different way.
So what is your advice then, let's say when we get to January 28th or February 3rd, when people aren't feeling as motivated? How do you pick yourself up again at that point?
The most important thing is a playful attitude. And I call it playful consistency. You want to be playful. It's all about enjoying it. It's all about getting you to where you want. And so the idea, if you're playful, you can fall back from the horse and get back on it. And fall back and get back on it. So
you don't beat yourself up over it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I do want to ask you this because I know that there are a lot of people, myself included, who don't make resolutions because personally I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure. Is that a healthy approach, or do I need to change my thinking?
So this is an approach that, is because you have tried and you have failed. It's a tiny bit too extreme in the sense that we want to figure out what has failed. You want to look and observe and start with a resolution that is feasible, that is approachable, that you know that you're going to achieve, and celebrate that. And then go to the next one and the next one. It's likely that your prior resolution were too big, too far.
Oh,
Too big, too far.
that's pretty cool.
That is cool. All right, all right. Dr. Saad, thank you so much for your voice of reason today and
Yeah.
for your time this morning. How can people find you?
So they can find me on my website, madisonparkpsych.com, and on Instagram at dr.yasmine Saad.
Excellent.
Very good.
All right. Have a wonderful new year.
You too. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Sounds
Well,
good.
I've now decided my resolution is to finally release my Prince Christmas tribute album.
Oh, wow. I am so excited.